A fire gutted a Westmoreland County home on Monday morning. Firefighters said they were called to a home on Route 982 in Derry Township. When crews arrived, they said smoke was blazing from the roof and windows. The homeowner said that his grandmother had died overnight, and he was at his father's house when the fire began. Several of his family pets made it out of the home unharmed. There's no word on yet that what caused the fire.
New security video from inside the Washington Monument reveals frightened tourists during last month's East Coast earthquake. A park ranger is seen helping tourists to safety. She then went back to the observation deck while the monument was still shaking to make sure tourists had cleared. She is being praised as a hero. There is still no word on when or if the Washington Monument will reopen.
Fighting erupted Thursday morning between government troops and fighters loyal to a tribal leader in the Yemeni capital of Sana'a. Republican guards clashed with the troops loyal to Sakade for 2 hours, witnesses said. The Yamar tribe first clashed with government forces in May when 12 days of fighting led to the death of more than 160 people. The tribes are supporting change in the country and have demanded the ouster of President al-Saleh.
Federal health officials are expanding efforts to ensure no additional bacteria-tainted cantaloupes get to consumers in what has become the deadliest U.S. outbreak of a foodborne illness in more than a decade. 13 people have died in what has become the deadliest outbreak of a foodborne illness since 1998, according to records from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Teal's monthly Wings and Sings returns again this Saturday night. Be sure to be in the HMSC, where all of the karaoke action starts at 9 p.m. and lasts until midnight. As always, there will be free wings for everyone. Now let's see what's cooking in the kitchen.
Hi, and welcome to TC Cooking. I'm Marshawn Hainsworth.
And I'm Ronell Hunt. Today we're going to be making Rice Krispie treats.
The ingredients you will need is butter, marshmallows, and the most important thing, Rice Krispies.
You also need a microwave, a spoon, a 3x19 2-inch pan, and cooking spray.
First, you want to heat the butter and the marshmallows in the microwave for 3 minutes. That's a lot of marshmallows. Well, let's do all of them.
Yeah, like it's sticky.
Come out, little guy. It won't harm you. Boop. All right.
While Marshawn is putting that in the microwave, I'll be pouring 6 cups of Rice Krispies into this bowl. Since me and Marshawn are from the South, we'll be using also our specialty, chocolate. Ooh, and a 1. And a 2. 3. 4. 5. And for last one, bam, 6. Now we're going to be using our classic chocolate.
Chocolate, that's it. Chocolate, that's it.
And you pour it, and you pour it, and you pour it, and you stop. Thank you.
Get a little mix to it. Come on, shake it up.
Little mix.
Shake
You
it.
gotta get that spoon over there.
Shake
Thank
it
you.
up. Yeah.
How's that going on in the microwave?
Yeah, we got 1 more minute left.
While that 1 more minute's going on, we were going to be stirring this bowl until it's done. So just listen to the catchy tune.
I think that's pretty enough mixing. Let's add a little more chocolate.
Add a little more chocolate?
Just a little bit more, you
Add a
know.
little bit more.
We like chocolate a lot.
How about we just use the whole bag?
Use the whole bag. Can't go wrong with chocolate.
You can't go wrong with chocolate. White chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, Hershey chocolate.
And
Hell,
why do you
sometimes
like
I use a
chocolate?
Snickers.
Why do you like chocolate so much?
Well, it all started when I was 3 years old. My grandma gave me chocolate milk. Actually, it was actually chocolate milk. She never gave me whole milk, so it was usually chocolate milk. That's probably why I'm probably as chocolate as I am right now. But you know, that's just how life is sometimes with people. So we're just gonna keep stirring this until it's nice and mixed up, as you can see. Oh, that smells delicious.
That looks good.
That smells
Let me
delicious.
get that and stir this up a little bit. Wow.
I can smell it now.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. I wish I could eat it right now, honestly.
Oh, are you ready for those chocolate chips and
Yes, right
Rice Krispies?
Right now, we're gonna pour it into the bowl evenly. We wanna make sure it's fully coated.
And then we're gonna stir it again.
Now what you wanna do is you wanna stir until it's completely absorbed around the bowl, also with the marshmallows. Keep stirring until it's almost impossible to still stir. You want to stir until it's to a thick form. Come on, work that bowl. Stir it.
Work it. Work it real
it.
good.
Work it.
Work it real good. Work it real good.
Work it.
Work it real good.
And stir it.
All right.
Stir it.
Hey, Ronell, you want to spread this across that pan?
Well, sure. Right now we're going to be spreading it across the pan evenly. Oh, this is nice and thick.
Yep. Looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you use a buttered spatula to spread it evenly. Hey, you want to finish this right here?
Yep. Got you, partner.
Right now, what is he doing is he is pressing it evenly into the pan, making sure that it's on each and every part of the bottom of the pan. And that's probably about as good as perfect as we're going to get.
That's pretty good.
Finally, what we're going to do is we're going to take a knife, and on each part, we're going to cut about a 2-inch square. I finish this off.
There it is.
So we're going to continue. You want to cut about the same area around both parts of it.
And after he's done cutting, we're going to let him cool into little 2-inch squares, and then it'll be ready to serve. Thank you for watching our cooking show. I'm Marshawn Hainsworth.
And I'm Ronell Hunt. Stay tuned.
Demolition crews began taking apart the former home of the Pittsburgh Penguins early Monday morning, but dismantling and demolishing the Civic Arena isn't expected to be finished until May. Last week, a federal appeals court refused a preservation group's request to consider its appeal to stop the demolition of the arena. Pittsburgh wants to have the 50-year-old building because of its unique, retractable igloo-shaped dome and have it used for another purpose. The City-County Sports and Exhibition Authority wants to redevelop the site. There are plans to keep pieces of the arena's roof around for display, one at the Heinz History Center and another at Consol Energy Center, which replace the Civic Arena. A third piece will remain on the site after it's redeveloped.
Kind of sad, I mean, to see it go down anyway, all the effort, all the money, and everything that they put into it.
We can have new life, new generation of energy, of putting the city back together in ways that we might not ever have imagined.
Germany's parliament voted Thursday to increase the powers of Europe's bailout fund as Greece's debt woes fuel fears of the financial crisis. The vote passed by a large majority, which should boost confidence in the European markets. But vote in Germany's lower house of parliament, the budget was seen as particularly crucial because it is the Europe's biggest economy. And its chancellor, Angela Merkel, is a key figure in attempts to pull the bloc out of its crisis.
Authorities used the court to order to close a new Kensington bar that has been the site of numerous bar fights recently. Envy Bar on 4th Avenue was declared a public nuisance by a Westmoreland County judge, and his order will become permanent in 20 days unless it's appealed. A fight in the bar earlier this month spilled over to a number of incidents elsewhere in New Kensington, including shots being fired in 2 incidents at McCargo Street and Leishman Avenue. In addition to the September 5th fight, police said that Envy was the scene of a bar fight September 2nd that required officers from 4 police departments to stop.
About 100,000 homes were evacuated on the southern Chinese island of Haiyan as Typhoon Naiset threatened to cause landslides. The typhoon forced the Hong Kong Stock Exchange and most businesses and schools there to close on Thursday as it swept past the territory, bringing howling winds, torrential rain, and rough seas. Now let's go out on the field and see Ryan at the Seesaw-a-thon.
It's that time of year again when the Kappa Sigma fraternity rides a seesaw for 72 hours straight, rain or shine, in order to raise money for a local cancer patient. This event has been taking place every fall since 1996, raising an average of $2,000 to $4,000 each year. The money is presented to this family at a private dinner where the brothers show much support by meeting the family and getting to know them, putting a face to the name that they have been riding for the last 3 days. Much support was shown over this homecoming weekend, and many of the Kappa Sigma alumni were there in full force ready to help out.
Hi, I'm Ryan Shannon, and I'm reporting from the Kappa Sigma Seesaw-a-thon with Scott Grice here, and I just want to ask you a couple questions, man.
Absolutely.
First would be, what is seesaw to you?
Well, seesaw is tradition. It's a great way for us to raise money, to help out the community, and have a good time while doing it.
What was one of your favorite moments at Seesaw? Funny, I would assume.
Probably the funniest moment I can remember from Seesaw was back whenever I was an active, early 2000, mid 2000s, whatever. It was like 3 in the morning. If you've been on the Seesaw before, it can get pretty relaxing, going up and down, real smooth. And it was probably 3 in the morning, and one of the brothers just started dozing, and next thing you know, he fell right off the seesaw from the top. Everyone's heart skips a beat, and then utter silence. All of a sudden, you start hearing just chuckling. He's laying on the ground, just dying laughing. So, because no one got hurt, that was probably one of the funniest moments I remember.
Okay. What was one of the ones that were most sincere to your heart that you can remember?
Well, again, back whenever I was an active, and we were first starting to do this for the Andrew C. Foundation, I don't remember if it was Andrew C. or if it was his family. I think it was his family. They actually came up and, they told us thank you and how much it meant to have the help, taking care of Andrew's medical bills and everything. And it was heartwarming because whenever you do volunteer work, you don't expect any thanks. And, you just, having someone come in and actually thank you for it and see the impact you make, it really warms your heart.
Why do you guys do Seesaw every year?
Well, why not? Think about it, it's a great way to try and raise money, it's a lot of fun, and you can get people together, it gets the entire campus involved, and it's a great, look at all these cars that go by on College Avenue. Everyone's going to see the seesaw, see a bunch of college students sitting on the seesaw, and they can't help but look.
Well, thank you very much. This is Ryan Shannon from the Kappa Sigma Seesaw-a-thon. Thank you, Scott.
Stocks sold off Thursday afternoon as investigators were reminded that the problems in both the United States and Europe are far from over. Investigators initially dove into stocks following better than expected readings on U.S. economic growth and some signs of stabilization in Europe.
The grand opening of the new bistro will be this Monday, October 3rd. The newly renovated bistro boasts a brand new menu with a wider selection that still features past favorites. Be sure to check it out next week.
And that's all we have for today. I'm Sabrina Harrison.
And I'm Hugh McCarthy with your TCTV News.
Oh, and don't forget to tune in on Tuesday nights for Hollywood Heartbeat for your latest entertainment news, celebrity gossip, and movie releases with Sabrina Harrison and Brittany Hill.